Hey there guys, PrinceLaharlkun here, and welcome back to Let's Play Golden Sun. In the last episode we made our way through the desert, and fought a boss, as well as learned a little bit more about Ivan. In this episode we're going to be continuing our way to where we need to go, to hopefully maybe find Saturos and Minardi and all our group over there. But before we do that, we're going to want to prepare a little bit, and we're going to be able to do that by going over here. However, I have another plan in mind. Going to do this first. This may seem like a silly idea, but we're actually going to fight a fighter bee. But we're not, because I'm going to run, because we want to fight something here on this island in this little forest. Maybe. There you are, you cute little genie. The Venus genie can be fought here. Or a Venus genie, I should say, not the. There is not just one. We're going to summon our first 4-Jin summon, which is Thor. And we're also going to apply ice too, just in case. But here's Thor. $406 damage, oh my god. It's ridiculous. And Sarah will finish off with ice. Perfect. And for our troubles, and combating a Jin, we'll get lots of shinies that culminate into one thing. And we get Vine. Divine goes up because it's divine. It's not very useful as far as the Jin goes because it'll drop agility, but now that we have 4 of those, Eric will now become a savage, which is perfect because it's a really big stat increase and gives him access to Venus synergy, that's the word. Why can't I words? Could I ever words in the first place? So with that done, we can finally head over to the west and fight more death caps because combat. I don't know, after I've been playing this game more, I always thought that the encounter rate was relatively low, but it's not really. Also, I'm a dip and I completely missed an item, a weapon, back over in the desert, but it's not terribly useful, so I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it. But here we are in a new town. We're in Calais. Calais. Melee? Calais. Yeah! So in Calais, the first thing we're gonna do is I want to head right over here because look! Cracked roof! We can jump across and attempt to lift a statue and then reveal it only before we can move it. That's not true. You can just move it. I lied. And then we're gonna push Mr. Statue here. Every time I hear the word push, there's a certain song that I think of that, for the sake of my sanity and for your own, I will never sing. Ever. Because it's not a song that anyone should ever think of. It's not a song that should ever be remembered. It is not a song that should ever be brought up again. You might think, oh, I'm very curious to know what this song is, but I'm going to save you now, and not sing it, because it's not a song you should know. More importantly than that, we got Scorch, which makes Roy an ascetic, and gives him Volcano, which, oh my god, very handy, and gives him a massive HP boost too. Well, 27 HP, but still, 27 HP, man. First of all, we have a luck pepper that I never used that I had in my inventory. We're going to give that to me. And you can explore around here if you want, but there's really nothing else you can do here because the Jin is the most important reason to come down here anyway. Oh yeah, I gotta jump across here. So with that, I'm going to do some shopping stuff real quick. If you go to the weapons store, they don't really have anything new in terms of buying except for the Frost Wand, which will have Frostbite, which will be very useful because that means we can finally replace Roy's Witch's Wand with this, which, he's had for a very long time. Of course, that kind of lowers our overall money. So, actually, I just noticed I have this, and I don't need this. Okay, there we go. With that done, there's really nothing else there for anyone else. Actually, over here, the only artifact he has still from the armor shop is the China dress, which, you know, not terribly useful. More importantly, we can come here and we could buy these, but I still like my Adept's clothes, so I'm not going to do that. Can also get a jerkin here for either of these two, but I like the agility boost from the Elven shirt on Sarah, so we're not going to do that. Iron Shield, we've already had that. Bit of a trick here. These both count as technical arm pieces. Don't buy the gauntlets. Buy the heavy armlet. Because these two, Roy and Sarah, can actually equip these. And they can also equip the gloves, but the gloves don't actually give you as much of a stat boost as the heavy armlets do, so there's really no reason to ever buy the gauntlets. We can also get on Iron Helm, but more importantly a mail cap here, which everybody can equip, so fun times. I get to sit through all of this text. Alright, so with that done, we now have all the items that we need. You can find also various items sitting around around town if you really want to, but none of them are really useful except for one that we're going to get very shortly. But there is you didn't see that. There is a thing I want to show off with Reveal. If you use Reveal, notice that there is now a little shiny over this little pot here. You can actually find hidden items that are inside of places like that, so you don't have to just go around and mindlessly check every single pot, because you can find them with Reveal now. Pretty handy if you find you've missed something. With that done, we'll be the RPG heroes that we are, and we're gonna go up here. Because this place should seem familiar, because it's Lord Hammett's palace, which we saw way back at the beginning of the game, back when everyone forgot. Mr. Guards? Yeah, you tell him, Roy. Leanna, huh? That's quite the name, Leanna. What are you gonna be laying on? Never mind. How would I know? Yes. I don't know. You're kind of the same to me no matter what. I just said that to just go with what they said. Wait, thieves? What? Huh? Freed soon? Oh. That's not good. Why do I say that every single time we go to a town in this game? Oh, that's not good. No. I ain't leaving. See? Roy's got my back. Exactly. And we helped with that, too. That was us. Not just him. Thanks to us. Oh, great. Yeah, we did. That's the last time we saw him, too. That was a long time ago. Okay. We don't have anything else to do. Not really, but... Yay, sepia tone! As we explain our tale. As you have a bunch of random bubbles over your head. I wish I could do that. Just, like, express my emotions in real life with bubbles over my head when people talk to me. Why do you say that, though? Oh, ransom money. Apparently bad stuff. Dodonpa. So Lunpa, and then Donpa, and then Dodonpa. Dodonpa is apparently a jerk. And he messed up everything, and his father now hates him. You'd think his father would step in and do something if Dodonpa's an evil man, but, well, semantics, I suppose. Everything seems to happen right after that Mount Elef eruption. Well, of course it's... Of course! I mean, if he's an evil person, there's no way he would just openly free him. Exactly, see? Eric understands. I mean, it's a really traditional plan. You can use someone as a prisoner to extort someone else for money, and you just have to have no intention of releasing them so you can extort them for more money. I mean, you guys are technically founded from a merchant, and you're really rich, so it makes sense, you know? Well, I mean, we are the heroes, and I really doubt anything would happen to him because of how valuable he is as a prisoner, but, you know. I also really like in this game how the soldiers actually have, like, personalities to them, and you can see their loyalty in ways. And it's also really cool to kind of see how there's these soldiers who are just freely talking to their leaders this way too. And that's also true, because if you do go in there, they could just potentially... yeah, that'd put his life at risk. Well, I mean, we can. Okay, fine. I'm sorry I agreed with you. I agree with you on more things than you think. Well, exactly what we said. We can't help. Don't get angry. Lady, do you know what we've been through? This guy is nothing compared to all the crap we did, and oh. Yeah. I suppose we do. I sort of forgot about that for a second. Well, the other reason that he didn't directly return home from Vault is because the bridge was destroyed. Apparently that river is much bigger than it looks from what I saw, and we can't just walk over it. Yeah, see? Oh, poor Roy, though. Hammett's pretty much a father figure to him. From what? Wait a minute. We haven't explained our journey. It definitely does, although Lady Leanna was the one that said that, not Hammett, but I understand what you meant. Whoa. No. Oh, I've never picked no there, that's hilarious. It's also worth noting that if you do say yes, when she says you are from Vale, she puts the text has an emphasis and a little bold on the word are. It's like you are from Vale, rather than you are from Vale, which would have made more sense if they had boldened the from. But, you know. At least the game has a really good translation, all things said and done. Yeah. We know all about that storm. What? Who the heck said this? That's kind of a random prophecy. Although I guess, since he's a Jupiter Adept, prophecies would be a thing that would happen to Jupiter Adepts, huh? A new source of business. What other kind of business could you have besides selling items? I guess you could sell information too, but... A Jupiter Adepta village, huh? Doubloons? But what's so special about golden doubloons? I guess they're worth a lot of money. I don't know. Well, Eric, I mean, he wasn't exactly born the greatest business, or the greatest business merchant. The greatest merchant, you know? You aren't just born and suddenly you just speak and say, I am the best this. You just kind of gain that over time. You know? Nothing comes from... I mean, what was I saying? Wow, so silk is the reason for his success. What? Something we'll need. Oh. That sounds handy. Huh. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that interruption. The dogs decided they wanted to start howling for no apparent reason because they do that sometimes. Anyways. Yeah, Roy, it's not your fault. It's not like you could have known. See, that's not cool. You can't say that. It's all the thieves' faults for capturing him. Oh, so you're gonna take care of it, huh? Well, I mean, you gave us a start at least. I mean, if it's something we need, then we kinda have no choice. There's also that, too. I'm a very reliable leader, I suppose. Alright, so now that we're done with that, I believe we can actually mind read her. And get a bit of dialogue with that. Now you can roam around here and find and just talk to people, but the most important thing you need to keep in mind for here is that there's a chest over here. It contains a water jacket. This is going to be very handy very soon. In fact, this has resistance to water and fire, so we're actually going to give this to... We're actually going to give this to Eric. Because he's a Mars adept and he would naturally take more damage against water, but if that boosts his resistance, then, you know, it makes sense. Makes sense to me, anyway. Alright, so now with that done, we're gonna head here into the inn, and I'm gonna actually use this as a chance to heal up. Which we need to because of our synergy points being incredibly low. I had to actually play through a portion of the desert because I had forgotten to save. Now, after we do that, there's a dude up here. If we talk to him... Tor? What Tor? Oh. What the heck's Colosso? Oh. Okay, so I guess it's a tournament of some sort? Huh. They do? I mean, I guess I'll dream of it too. Yeah, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot more. Alright, so now that we've done that, we can actually go ahead and leave town. And... okay, no we can't. Okay. We certainly can't, even though I still don't really know what it is. But I have an idea. Oh. I know where this is going. Uh-oh. Hey, that's not very nice. Guys? Don't tell me. Oh, good. Oh, jeez. Oh god, I know exactly what this situation is. You have a bunch of really ungrateful customers and you have to control the crowd. Ugh. I know all about that from working in retail. Why are you just sitting around at the cashier? Why don't you actually... At the cash register, why don't you do something? And it's like, I can't because my bosses... I have to wait for my bosses to do a thing, but I can't explain this to you because you won't accept any explanations. I pay money here all the time. I expect perfect customer service. And it's like, I'm sorry, I'm trying. But I'm not good enough because you're just mad. That's essentially what's happening to these two guides right here. Wait. Oh. I mean, you could always back out. Heh. What? Oh, I guess that was a rule. Huh. You're dang right about that. And we're back. I had another small interruption. That was kind of weird. Ugh. Carnival? I thought it was a... Wait, is there just like a carnival before it? Oh. Guess they're heading out. Man, that was really long-winded. Holy crap. All these cutscenes, man. Oh hey, it's an old man. An inconspicuous, randomly roaming old man. Oh. You guys left behind an old man? Seriously? That's not cool. You can't do that. That's really mean. Man. Well, that was interesting, to say the least. Alright. So with that done, we can now head over here. There's a cave up there, but you can't do anything in that cave, and we'll be there later. It's also worth noting on the world map that if you head north up here, this bridge that connects to Vault is actually fixed, so you can actually get back over here now, without having to go all the way around and through this garbage over here. And this is also a way for you to get back to Vale. Which we will do... We will go back to Vale at some point, just not right now. And this is also how you can get to Lunpa, and if you haven't figured it out by now, then... Well, you probably don't play a lot of video games, but we'll be going to Lunpa for sure. But for right now, let's go over here. Well, sorta. I don't think that's the ocean, though. That's very true. Me too. As someone who's lived landlocked his entire life, I've actually never seen the ocean. Random fun fact. Or rather, I should say, there was one time where we went to where there was an ocean, but I was probably about like 4 or 5 years old and I don't remember it. I think that was... I had to have been even younger than that. I don't know. Anyway, here we are at the Calais docks, and if we head over here we can see a Jin, but alas, we are not smart enough to realize we can just climb over this and go to the Jin, because that's Silk Road. And we can't go over there yet, which is super sad. So, instead, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in here and talk to you. Yeah, actually, we need to cross the not ocean. And it'll be 600 coins. Make sure you do have 600 coins for this section, of course. Not that that's hard, because you can just go out and fight and get 600 coins relatively easily. Word of warning. This next section is lengthy. It is time-consuming. You're also going to hit a major difficulty curve up here. If you're not very confident about your levels, I would strongly suggest going back and leveling up. If you're pretty much new to RPGs, I would recommend leveling up until you're about level 20 with all of your characters, because this next section is notoriously difficult and where the game stops holding your hand in terms of like actual combat. Because up till now it's been decently easy. That Chimera was pretty tough, but we're getting to a point where when I was a kid I got stuck here forever. If you found every single Jin so far, you should have a grand total of 4 per character, and this is going to be very, very helpful. Alright, so with that done, we're going to head over here. We're going to talk to you. It's also worth noting that you cannot come back to grind once you've passed this point, so be very careful.